Hello everyone, this is Cameron Snow with Danomics.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can build a map view display that has a few more details than the map views that are available in the petrophysics files. So let's get started. So at this point, I have logged into the Danomics platform and I have created my petrophysical interpretation file. This is the .cpi file type. And I've gone through and I've done my interpretation. As you can see, I have generated a map here, and this particular map is an isopack of the Niobrara Formation. So now, even though we have maps available to us in the petrophysics, you'll likely want to build richer displays for your presentation. So adding things like production overlays, adding shapefiles, etc. In the petrophysics file, we do have some options where you can choose to do things like change the mins and maxes on the color scales, choose from a range of color palettes, and set custom contour intervals and choose whether or not to crop your map to the data extents. However, in this window, we don't have the options to do things like add shapefiles. To do that, we need to go to a .map file type. To do that, we just go File, and we say New Map, and I'm going to give this map a name, and I'm going to call it PRB 3D because this is the project that I'm working in, and I'm going to put this in my project folder. So this map, it opens up as just a blank world map here. So let's get started by adding some layers. To add layers, we just come here to the top right, we click on the Add button. So I'm going to start off by adding some well markers, and I'm going to choose my appropriate well header database. If we wanted to filter this by things such as lateral length to either only display or remove horizontal wells, we could do that. We can also filter by things like formation, operator, or county, giving you the ability to set up custom layers here. So you could imagine having many different types of well markers, each one maybe representing a different operator, for example, or a different formation of interest that the well TD'd in. For right now, we're just going to display all our well markers. We're going to click Add, and you'll notice that these appear. So this project is based in Johnson and Campbell counties, Wyoming. However, just here on the map view, maybe it's hard to tell exactly where we are. I know a lot of times as geoscientists, we're used to having reference points such as the county boundaries. So let's add those. So to do that, we'll need a shapefile. You'll notice I already have shapefiles in my project. However, if you do not yet have shapefiles, you can add these by going File, Upload Shapes. You can choose the file and then choose the projection associated with it, and that'll allow you to display that on the map. So I'm going to select the file that I uploaded, so I choose from the shape type, and as you start typing, it'll filter down. So here I'm going to choose my Wyoming counties. I'm going to choose a stroke width of 2, and if you want to choose a color, you could do this. I'm going to leave it at black for the moment, and I'm going to hit Add. And here we have now drawn our county boundaries. So let's zoom in a little bit here. Okay, you may want to have some additional reference information. So I'm going to add townships. I find those useful in this context. So I'm going to click the plus button. And once again, I'm going to start typing to filter down. And I'm going to add these Wyoming townships. Now, just for demo purposes, I am going to change these to a dark gray color. And I'm going to click Add here, and now we can see that our townships have appeared. So finally, for this demo, I'm going to add a property. And for properties, there's two ways we can do it. We can either add a CPI file, and then we can choose the property and the zone that we want to display, or we can directly display a grid. So in this case, I'm going to choose my Niobrara isopack grid, and I'm going to use a different color palette here, and I am going to hit Add, and now I have my Niobrara isopack displayed here on the map. The final step that you may want to do is if you have production data that you had been working with, you could certainly add that. To add production data, it's a very similar process. You need to select the well headers and the production file. Now, I don't have a production database. Actually, maybe I do have a production database here. Let's see. So we could choose this Powder River database, and let's say we only want to see wells that have substantial production here. And let's say we only want to see wells that have a certain lateral length. So let's say we want to only see wells that maybe have a 4,000 foot or longer lateral. And we could then add those. And you can see here that we have our production bubbles. Now we can move these up to set those bubbles on top of the isopack. So to drag different layers to the foreground or the background, you can just grab them here and drag and drop in the list. And so that is how we can build a richer map display in the Danomics platform. I hope this video has been useful to you. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at support@danomics.com. Thank you.